Today we're going to talk about the command prompt. Well, on my computer I have the icon, which everyone should know what a command prompt is by now. I have mine up here. Some of if you do not have your command prompt, the easiest way to find it is to go to your start. Either you have the icon here, or you can just go into your run and type in CMD and hit OK. Okay. Also, I like to make my fonts big, so just go to Properties and click on that and make sure that you have the largest one selected and hit OK. Now, this is my first directory, which is my C file. Well, I don't really like all the stuff at the top here, so for my first command, which is a very simple command, I like to use, which is CLS, which clears. If you type that in and you hit enter, see, it's all gone. It looks all nice, clean, professional. I don't have to worry about it no more. Okay. Next, I would like to show you what a dir command is. Dir is a dir command, and it is a directory command. It displays the contents in your directory or your current folder. So if you type that in right here and you hit enter, this will show you everything that's in this directory under brand and user. Most of this stuff in here is my movies, though. This is where I put all my movies, my TV shows that I like to record and stuff like that. Also, sometimes my directory or this can be really, really big, and it might be too much for on the screen. And if you don't want to scroll down, what you can do is you can type in a dir command followed by a backslash and a P. The P stands for page. And if you hit enter, now you can nicely look at it in different pages, kind of like flipping through a book. All you gotta do is press another key like enter, and it'll go and it'll show you a certain amount of contents on that page. You hit enter again, and it shows you the last bit of contents on that page. Okay, sometimes like you've been looking through a bunch of this stuff and you see how it's really kind of a lot of stuff. Well, if you don't want to have to keep scrolling down to find your command prompt, all you gotta do is type that CLS in again and hit enter, and it clears everything out for you. Next, I'd like to talk about the attributes command, which is this. If you type in ATTRIB in and hit enter, this will actually show you the attributes in my user C Brandon, and it shows a bunch of usually my movies and a bunch of my music and stuff. That's just a little extra info that it's basically, the attribute command is basically a recovery console command. It uses to change the file's attributes for a file, basically kind of like renaming and formatting and different stuff like that. But I like to do that when I'm actually in the folder, not using it in the command prompt. So let's clear that out. Okay, one of the big things that I like to do is to go into my program files. Now, to get out of this menu, which is the C user Brandon, you just type CD period enter, and then you type CD period enter again, and now you're into the C directory. Well, I like to look up my program file, so I type in CD, remember to type space, program files, hit enter. Now I'm in my C program files. Now if I want to see what's all in there, I can use the command that we talked about earlier, which is the dir command. So I type in that, which, if you forgot, that is the directory, and that displays the contents, and you will see all the contents in my directory for my program files, which is a bunch. And if you notice, I have 101 dirs, so I have a bunch of stuff. It's in here. Also, you can actually, let's clear this out. Sorry. You can actually use a command called delete, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. It actually allows you to remove files permanently from storage. I don't like to use this command. I'm not very safe at using it. I just rather be able to delete things manually and everything, because sometimes you can permanently delete this and you cannot get it back from your program file, or you could also delete it permanently and not be able to receive it. So if you want to learn more about the delete command, you could probably go to Google and do some research and you can find a lot more. But furthermore, I'm going to get out of the program files and just be on my C drive. So now all I did was type in CD, 2 periods, enter. My main thing that I wanted to show you today, there's 2 more main things I want to talk about that I like in the command prompt, and the main one is the MD command. The MD command makes a new directory. So a good way to see how this works is if you go into your computer and you get on your C and you have all your files right here, if you go back into your command prompt and you just type MD, which makes a new directory, space, and just name something. I'm going to name it get1. When you hit enter, you will notice get and 1 are 2 separate directories because I put a space in it. If I wanted to make it 1, I just do MD space get1, and you'll notice it's one word. And that's a good way that you can make a directory, and then you can double click on them, open them up, and put contents in the folders and stuff. Another very useful one is say that you have so many and you want to get rid of them quickly. All you have to do is we have another command. It's an RD command. It means remove directories. You type RD and then type in get. Say you want to get rid of the first one, get1. Hit enter, and you'll notice that the 2 different folders is gone now. Kind of removes them. And you can also do the RD space get1, and you'll see on the screen that they're no longer here over here no more. This is a very useful and a very fast and quick way to do a couple of different shortcuts on the command prompt. Also, if you have a bunch of folders, that's one way you can do it. It helps move files from one directory to another. It's an easy way if you're in here doing it, but I like to personally do it in my computer and that kind of stuff. Another one that I'm briefly going to talk about is the copy, and that is pretty self-explanatory too. It just helps copy the information. It helps copy files from like one to another, just kind of like if you're moving files or copying files, you can do the same thing in here. One example how it might look, you might type copy dot, say the file that you want to copy is named Brandon, and it's a text file, so it's a .txt, and you actually want to move it to the F, and it will look something like that, and it will copy stuff from the C to the F drive. Now, sometimes Google and has some very good tutorials on just copying and moving. If you want to learn a little bit more, they're a very good and useful tool too, and everything. One more, and the final is called Xcopy. This is a more advanced copy. Copies files and forms a directory. If you've never used it before, do some research on it before using it. It's a lot more powerful. It does a lot more. You can actually add different symbols to copy, like from the directory. You can copy from certain files, certain different locations, and everything. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to watch my little tutorial, and I hope that these couple simple command prompts can actually help you understand using the commands a lot easier and how to go about going through your command prompt. Thank you and have a great day.